تغيرت طريقة التحضير، ولكن نكهة الماضي تتسلل إلى جبنة باكستون. لا يدعي صناعتها، بل يفتخر باختيار أكثر من 200 نوع من البلاد القريبة والبعيدة.
Paxton in Whitfield has been a business since 1797, but we've been here in this shop since 1894, so I'm pretty established in St James. We've been supplying Buckingham Palace since 1850 with our first royal warrant to Queen Victoria, so yeah, kind of great pedigree. To date, we still have the royal warrants to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth and His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales. So. So our selection of cheeses is focused on European cheese. So predominant sales come from British and French cheese, but we've got a great following for our Spanish and Italian cheeses. We've even got a couple of Greek and Portuguese cheeses in there. So it's a fairly eclectic mix, but it is focused on European cheese.
لن تجد في هذا الدكان سوى الجبنة. إنه مخزن النكهات وبيت الجبنة العالمي.
But I want to take you on a bit of a tour of the cheeses that we have here. I mean, we really lay the shop out a bit like a cheese board like you would at home, just we have 180 cheeses here instead. So we kind of split them up by category. So here we have our blue cheese fridge. Our best-selling blue cheese by a long way is, of course, our Stilton. It's a Cropwell Bishop Stilton. Cropwell Bishop are the Scales family, are 5th generation Stilton makers. And actually at Christmas time, albeit it looks like a small cheese, we sell somewhere in the region of about 6 tons of Stilton in 3 weeks. I feel very proud to work in Jermyn Street. It's a very old, traditional British street with fantastic independent retailers. You can get the most beautiful hats and cigars and handmade shoes and ties, and you know, and I think we fall right into that category. What gentleman doesn't enjoy a fantastic plate of cheese?
Why do gentlemen like to buy cheese?
Why? You want the honest answer? I think they shop with their stomachs sometimes. We stock around 180, even sometimes 200 cheeses at any one time. So a pretty broad selection. Although about 100 to 120 of those would be permanent features, kind of cheeses you wouldn't get away with not having in a good cheese shop. And then the others are products that come from whatever's new and interesting around. We're lucky we get a lot of cheesemakers that come in to see us and show us fantastic new products.
مراعي لندن ومساحاتها الخضراء تمنح أنواعاً من الأجبان، ولكن محبي الجبنة يبحثون عن نكهات أبعد من حدود لندن.
We've a real following from the Middle East actually. We've got a lot of customers that every time they're in London love to pop in and see us. And in fact, you can follow patterns. They love to come in towards the end of the day actually. I think it must be a bit of an afternoon activity, but they're really inquisitive. I think they're asked lots of questions. They're always intrigued to know why the cheese tastes the way that it does, or what causes that flavour. They're really intrigued by the product. I don't know if it's maybe a range that's not always been around in kind of Middle Eastern cuisine, so I suppose it's maybe new and interesting. People often ask how old are the cheeses, and I think they're surprised to find out that cheeses aren't just as old as you might have thought. Most of the cheeses in this fridge here are about 5 or 6 weeks old, so they're quite young. And And most of the blue cheeses that we mentioned earlier are around 10 to 12 weeks old, so no year-old cheeses there. But the old guys in the shop are the cheddars at a year, year and a half old, and the parmesans at 2.5 years old. Thanks very much for following us on the tour of our fantastic cheese shop here in Jermyn Street. Paxton Whitfield would love to welcome you if you're ever in town, and maybe you can try a bit of this Red Leicester.